Recording. Guess what? We're finally here. We made it.
Oh my God, did we? This has
We
been
made it.
what is it? A 20-year labor of love.
A
We
20-year
finally
labor of
got
love.
here.
A passion project.
Yeah.
Welcome to our Under the Red Tent where wise women speak.
And we will be speaking a
We will be
lot.
speaking.
Lots of cool stuff. We really want to talk some real hardcore stuff that women go through that I think a lot of people, a lot of women anyway, for sure, maybe not feel comfortable talking about. That's what we found. Right,
Well,
Nene?
yeah, we know that, your best friends you can tell everything to, but sometimes you don't say anything and you
But
carry it all under the sheaths, right?
yeah, and even sometimes your best friends. I have
Even
best
if someone's your
friends that
best
I
friend.
love them, but there is not, sometimes I don't tell them everything because sometimes I think, I don't know if they'll be able to handle it. But I will tell you that one person on the planet, everyone out here, that can handle everything is my dear friend Nene. And she rocks. And that was my phone, everyone.
That was
Sorry.
your
Everyone
dun,
got
da,
a
da,
bit
da. What kind of
silent.
that was like a celebration, a jubilee. What the heck?
Okay, we're on silent now. Okay, we're good.
Okay, I don't know if I turned my phone
Involved.
off, but yeah, okay. This is our imperfect action that we're taking. And I just want to give a little heads up to what the Red Tent is. And this is a book that I read so many years ago, and it was a historical perspective. And the Red Tent was where women would go during their menstrual cycle. And it was the only time women got to be alone and away from men. And they taught each other everything from childbirth to herbology to food cooking and told their little secrets. And no one would hear it except for the other women. And some of the women were little girl women and elder women and wise women. Hence, here we are, the wise women of the world. So that's a little bit of the perspective of how we got together. But Claire, you could tell the
Well,
story of our meeting 20 years ago. So this
I
project,
will.
like you said,
I'm going to let you all in. This is how. I mean, I met Nene when she was, I don't know. I think she was 5 months pregnant with her twins. I think we established that it was in the year of 2000,
2000.
2000 when we were at I was hosting a New Year's party at my home, and Nene came with her then husband, and she walked in. I'd never met her before, and she's this glowing woman with this big belly bump, and I'm thinking,
Big
wow, she
belly.
looks like she's about to drop. Well,
And I
no,
think I had on my red velvet dress, as a matter of
I
fact.
think you may have. I'm going to look back and see if I'm sure I have
You
some
have to
pictures.
find those pictures,
Yeah.
Claire. Yeah.
So I just looked at this
And
woman.
Claire was a vision in white. I may have been the vision in red or
You
blue, but
always
she
in
was the
white.
vision in white. I think you had a
And the
white
white
Christmas
girl.
tree, as a matter of fact. Yes?
Yeah, big. I even had a white Christmas tree back then.
Yeah.
I have a white one and a green one. But let's stay on track here. So I found out that she was actually not about to drop, that she had another few months to go and she was having twins. And it was this huge thing. And I was so super happy for my friend, my new friend that I just met. But we fell in love the minute we met. It was
Right.
like that instantaneous, oh my God, who are you? I've been missing you my whole entire lifetimes. Where have you been? You're back.
You're back.
And
Yeah, it
from
was
that
soul, it was
moment
definitely
on,
soul recognition time.
yeah, from that moment on, we've been friends. And I can
And
tell you
sharing secrets.
lots of them.
Lots of
Well,
secrets.
maybe not so secret now because they're probably all going to come out in this show. I'm absolutely sure.
Yeah, we're outing ourselves. Here we
Yeah.
go.
So some of the people will be giving what is it? Nicknames and whatever. We won't say their names obviously in person, but we all know what we're talking about.
Yes.
And I'm
Well,
sure.
let's give our names. I am La Doctor Empress Chung,
And I am the queen, the faithful queen, which
faithful
we
queen.
named out when I saw she was doing the Empress. I was like, hey, I want something like that. So I'm
Right.
going to be the queen because now I'm older. So I used to be the princess, but now I'm the queen.
You were the
I've
princessa.
upgraded the
And let's
faithful
just
queen.
tell the tale because this morning when I posted La Doctor Empress, and I've always used that from many years ago, um, someone sent me a text and said, I hate to be the pendant, the savant, However, in French, en français, a docteur is a male. So you would not say la docteur, you'd say la, a le is men. And I happened to study French for, I think, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th grade. No, maybe not 11th. So I knew that that was grammatically incorrect, but I didn't care because, and you know, the female version is doctoress. I said, no, I don't like that. So it was la docteur. So there you go.
I like it. And I just copy it because
And you're faithful, and faithful with an L, which is your last name.
Yeah, my
real name also.
So, yeah, my real name is Claire Faithful.
Yeah.
Given at birth. The one great thing I got from my parents was my name. I do really
That's a great name.
That.
And you could change it. If you didn't like Faithful, you could be something else. You could be Faith.
No, I love my name. I felt like
the fabulous.
You know, it's funny because I remember, you know, when we, you know, when you're a kid and you kind of one day you wake up and you realize you have a name, and all of a sudden some kid's taking the piss out of you or making fun of you or bullying you because of your name or some stupid stuff. And I have to say that even though I went through all the bullying for many different reasons and all that stuff, never my name. Well, a little bit. In fact, in school, they used to call me the Saint, and I'd walk in the classroom, and I don't know if any of you out there will remember this TV show, but it was called The Saint, and the line
I love Simon Templar.
This whole thing. So I would walk in the classroom at school
to
all these little stick figures on the blackboard of the saint with the halo, because they said that I was the naughty one that never got discovered and everyone thought I was an angel. So they were like, ugh, they hated it because I always got away with stuff. But anyway, so that was my...
Well, you know, Claire, I wanted to be a nun when I was in 5th grade. So...
Well, I was in a convent, so...
Right.
I was in the convent.
We have so much in common. We never knew it when we first met, but over 20 years, we're discovering more and more about each other.
I know.
Yeah,
that's so funny. We're always we're like the opposite and the same. That's the thing with Nene and I. And it's always very easy. And
we're both July children, first of all, so that's a big commonality. Yes.
Yeah, and you know, I think the thing that we realized over the years as women is that we always support each other. We've gone through some, like all women. I don't think there's a woman out there that has not, gone through really tough times at some point, where we've been challenged, where our femininity and our strength as a woman has been challenged because we are a woman, and how the system sees us in the world. And anyway, so Nene and I went through our times, and obviously we're going to talk about a lot of this stuff down the road, but we realized that we had each other. It was the greatest gift that I can attest to, is to have one friend where you can literally say 100% of your heart, and you can be received and loved. And that is my friend Nene. She has loved me, held me, listen to me, because God, can we talk, women? We can talk.
Yes, we can. And let me just say that it's not that we ever lived together.
No, we never did that.
Lived in the same hood or lived necessarily in the same city. I mean, for a very short period of time, we lived in the same city, but we really didn't see each other that much. So our intense communication was here and there, or 3 hours in the middle of the night having marathon sessions, maybe once every couple of weeks. Yeah. So can we toast?
Yes, let's have a toast.
This is what we do. We say, I'm going to have a little wine, Claire. Yeah, let's open some wine. Right? Here's to you. Here's to our friendship. And, you know, particularly we wanted to do this before Thanksgiving because it's the gift of friendship that is so precious. So here's to you, Claire. Thank you.
You, Nene. I love you, girl.
Love you too. I love doing this with you also. So this
oh my God, this is so fun.
Our foray. We've been talking about this for so many years, that what we want, we were both on the same mission. As women, we wanted to help young girls, teenage girls, women that were in crazy, strange relationships. And, I know that my mom grew up with some good girlfriends, but ultimately she always felt betrayed in one way or another. And her overall thinking was, you can't really trust women. Did you have that experience?
Um, well, yes, I actually did. And it was funny because, but I also recognize that I love my girlfriends, and I grew up all around women. Like, so I had my three aunts who then, between my mom and my cousins, I think there was 9 girls, 8 or 9 girls. And then there were my grandmothers. My grandmothers were very strong women. They were actually my saving grace. Personally, for me, I had the best 2 grandmothers a girl could dream of having. And they kind of saw me, and they showed me about love. They taught me how to cook. They taught me how to be like dress and be love flowers and the gardens. And anyway, and then I was sent to an all girls school when I was 11. So I feel like I've always been around women. And the funniest thing is, my biggest growth in this whole life and my journey has been dealing with the personalities of women, and how I would feel wounded when another woman wouldn't even agree with me. That's how, I thought everyone had to love each other. I think I just thought in this idealistic world that we just all loved each other. We were all going to get on, and there was never going to be an issue. And then I woke up to the fact that, oh my God, people have issues and they don't like each other. And then they talk about each other behind their backs.
Right, right.
This was something very like, what's the word? Oh my God, this is what women do. So
OMG.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely had trust issues.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, I grew up with very strong Italian women. I didn't have grandparents, they had passed already, but my mother had 6 girls and 2 boys in the family. And the boys were the babies, the younger ones, and the women were the matriarchs. But I had a strong reaction to that. They were dominant, really dominant. And maybe it was a different time, back in the whatever, blah, 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 many, many moons ago. But they were, in retrospect now, they were strong, strong women. I mean, they were definitely the leaders of their homes, definitely. So, yeah. But I didn't have a lot of girlfriends growing up. I was a little bit of a loner. But from high school, I met my best friends, for sure. My soulmates, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I have friends in England that I've known since. I have one friend that I'm actually in a Zoom women's group that's in England that I've known since I was 7. Mind blowing that we have stood the test of time. And she was in my first, I guess it would be elementary school in America. And then we went through middle school and then high school together. And then we sort of went off in our separate directions, but we kind of all stayed in contact. Even though I came to America to live years and years ago, I still maintained that heart connection with my girlfriends. And now when COVID hit, one of them said, hey, why don't we do a Zoom chat? So once every few weeks, we do a Zoom chat together. It was every week. And then obviously some things went a little bit more back to normal. But I tell you, there's nothing better than those old friends that we laugh so hard because we remember our childhood and all the naughty, all the bad things we did.
So we don't know each other from childhood, but we certainly have had our fill of laughter that has probably taken us as if we were friends for childhood, because we laugh hysterically together over this and that.
Well, okay, I think I just need to clarify. Nene laughs. And then Nene makes me laugh because she's
it doesn't take very much for you to join in. I may initiate it. I mean, I have a quirky sense of humor.
She just has to say the word laugh and we all start laughing.
There's nothing better. But the truth is that I taught myself how to laugh.
You did?
Yeah. I can say laugh, but I can say laugh or laughter.
Oh, darling, it's laughter.
So laughter, I taught myself laughter, the gift of laughter. And when I was a kid, I had a brother that was 2.5 years older, but he could be bothered less with me. So I was oftentimes by myself. I don't know why I started it, but I remember that I sat in a little corner, like little Miss Muffet, and I started to cough, like until I would like cough myself into hysterical laughter, and it would be uncontrollable. I couldn't stop. And so I perfected at a young age laughter. So I think it's a taught response. I think it really
Really?
is. Yeah.
I,
I mean,
I
I don't know that I laughed so much as a little kid. I don't know that anyone ever. Actually, the way my aunts described me was that I was a crybaby. Go figure. So I must have taught myself because I refused to be a crybaby. I don't remember them saying that when I was
God,
younger.
it sounds like you were tortured.
They tortured me enough that I taught myself how to laugh, and I've carried that ever since. So, yeah,
Well,
I think I'm going to make a keychain out of that.
I've always said that would be really cool for Nene to teach us about laughter, because I think it's such a gift to be able to laugh and to see the humor. I mean, let's face it, folks out there, we have to see the humor in life right now. I mean, with all the crazy stuff going on. And, obviously we're all going through the COVID thing, and there's so much uncertainty with that. And, are we going to get vaccinated? Are we not? All that good stuff out there. And then, so I don't know, I'm really happy to be here, Nene, with you.
Yeah, yeah. And my business with integrative medicine, lifestyle medicine, one of the titles I came up with was Mindful Healing Through Joy and Laughter. So I think that's what it's about, because healing from the inside, healing from the inside out is all about the laughter. And they've had studies about this, that the laughter actually kind of loosens everything up, and then your body can actually begin to regenerate from that energy. It's an energy type medicine, I really think so. And when Claire and I met so many years ago, I remember that I was going through divorce. I don't know if you were married at the time. I mean, you were with your
No, I was, I think I was getting divorced or nearly divorced from my ex-husband. And I was in a relationship with Jacob, who is my husband, and we've been together for 22 years. So
yeah, that's amazing, right?
oh my God.
But I remember saying, whatever I do, whatever I touch now, I want to work with people that I love. I want to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to make money, and I want to work in service. And so this is one of these passion projects that I think we've materialized all of it together.
Right.
Because here we are 20 years later, having our fulfillment of our dream come true, right?
Right. And it is a dream come true. I remember when we would spend many nights for hours and hours talking and consoling each other and teaching each other and helping and all that good stuff that women do for each other. We always kept saying we really need to come out and talk to other women about, I'm sure there's other women. Now this we're talking about, I don't know how many years ago, probably 18 years ago, no, maybe 17 years ago. Not exactly sure, but it was a long time ago.
It was a long time
We
ago.
would have these conversations, and we always wanted to basically come together and support women like we supported each other and talk about the real hardcore women's issues. I know they're spoken about, but then it's like, you get a bit here and a bit there. We want it to be a little bit more raw, the real stuff that's going on that people don't really like to talk about. So even though I'm being a bit vague here, you'll have to tune into another episode to find out more.
Right. But it really, we walked so many different paths, similar paths. I mean, separation, divorce, anxiety, stress. Life isn't, we're two beautiful women today, and we have been all the way through, but it doesn't mean that we haven't walked through fire, for sure.
I know we've walked through fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I hadn't gone through the 25 years of absolute crap that I went through, I probably would look like a 5-year-old. And thank God for, I don't know, all the wonderful things.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to go back that far. 5 years, I think I look better today than I did at 5.
I feel better today. I feel happier today. I feel more content. And just so everyone knows out there, I also have a platform that's separate from this. So Nene and I are starting called Be a Smart Woman. And it's a platform. It's more about women's care in the sense of I show makeup and skincare and flower arrangements, because I was a florist from a very young age, and I was
Makeup
a makeup
artist.
artist in the film business. So I have all these different skill sets that the wonderful universe and God has given me privy to learning. And so I share a lot of this. Like I grew up with all these women, so I cook and I learned how to cook. And so people have said, oh my God, you should share this stuff and these recipes. So I started to do that. But my real goal was to work with women and empowering women. So it's called Be a Smart Woman, and it's women supporting women to be the best we can be. So it touches on all aspects of that. But when Nene came to me and suggested doing Under the Red Tent, that I went, oh my God, this is awesome. So thank you for asking me to join you on this journey, Nene. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it really all came together because I had read that book so many years ago and I loved the concept of it. And I thought this is a great platform for women to get together because it's as I said, it's a passion project, because it really is that we have gone through fire, we've walked through, and so much experience and shared experience. And it's meant to help women get to the other side where there is joy and there is laughter, not that you stay stuck in pain and suffering. So through that, I mean, we all, become attached at certain points in our lives, and we don't want to get stuck there. And it's only, I think, through, friendships like Claire and I have shared over the years that has helped us. We don't tell each other what to do or necessarily even give advice about things, but it's a sounding board that we offer each other, and we always have a positive word or an enlightening word, or even the gift of sharing laughter has been graciously taken into our hearts. It's kind of like that heart opening. So I think that's the beauty of it, because sometimes people talk about the suffering but they stay in that muck and mire. And I think both of us have never stayed there. We've been there. We've been through the shit. We've walked through it, but we walked out of it.
We have cried together. We have laughed together. We have consoled each other. And a lot of people out there, if you think about all the people that we do know in the world, most people don't even know the relationship and the friendship that we have. They really
we've been undercover.
We have literally been under the red tent for a long time.
It's like, what? You're good friends with her? Really?
Her?
You don't seem like you've
walked. You know her? Yeah, actually, she's my best girlfriend. She's like fabulous.
Yeah, we're twins. We're twin sisters.
Twins. Or we look like twins, right? I'm the really white person with the blonde hair. And of course, you can see my friend. And I'm noticing, Nene, just on a silly note, but I'm sitting in my office in my house, and I know everything is dark. I'm all like white and light, and the background is all dark. And you're all like dark with your dark, sexy hair and a beautiful black outfit with all this light in the background. We didn't plan this anyway.
We didn't plan it. We didn't plan it. I even thought, I wonder if I should call Claire and see what she's wearing. And then we did a preview this afternoon, and I came in black and she came in white. And I was like, it's always perfect, isn't it? I mean,
always
right? Always. It's the imperfect action. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
been through fire. Here, let me have another toast here.
Have another toast. All right, I'll have another toast with you. Here's to our first episode. Under the Red Tent.
Under the Red Tent. So we'll be covering all kinds of things. I mean, we've both been through issues of domestic violence.
Yes, we have.
We both raised children, with abuse, emotional, psychological, and dare I say, sexual abuse.
Yeah.
It's amazing that we've actually gone through so many similar situations that we've been able to delve into and help each other and talk through so many situations. And I remember years ago, Claire said, Nene, be a smart woman.
We need to be smart. And I'll tell you where it came from. And I know that we're getting near the end of our show, so we're probably going to be wrapping up in just a sec, but just want you to know that be a smart woman was something that when I was talking to Nene all those years ago, I kept saying, we're smart women. And I go, it's like being a smart woman. You have to be smart as a woman, and you have to know how the system works for women. We can't be out there going, oh, it's fine, we're going to be taken care of. No, the legal system does not take care of you. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that we can go into, obviously, in other episodes. But there's advice that we want to give you and share with you that of real stuff we've been through, hardcore, where if it wasn't for the two of us holding each other's hands and hugging each other, I don't know if I would have got through this, because there was no one else I could talk to. No
Yeah.
one. And most people were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Claire, but they didn't want to hear. But
Yeah.
now I think we're in different times. So I also want to just acknowledge you, Nene, and just thank you for being that person in my life, for really giving a shit, caring, for being there, for picking up
Yeah.
the phone, or when I would say, oh my God, I need you. And you would be there.
Yeah.
And you would
Yeah.
listen.
And the synchronicity is we're usually in the same place at the same time, miles and miles apart, right?
I sometimes will call her, everyone, and go, oh my God, I'm having a really crap day. And she goes, oh my God, me too. And then we'll console each other. What's that?
Like, what the heck is happening in the universe? Where are the stars aligned or not aligned? Is Mercury in retrograde? What's going on?
So anyway, so even though we have been through, we laugh a lot and we're very positive people. We've both been through some really, really crappy, horrible, hard things as women. And we have got through them, and we still get through them. It's not like it ends. I call it the gift that keeps giving, right? In different ways in life.
In different ways. Yeah.
Learning, we get stronger, we get brighter.
Well, it's the idea also that, life happens for us, not to us.
Exactly.
So rather than take the line of being a victim, it's always, what's the reasoning for this? Why is this happening? What can I do? How can I make it better? How can I change it? And so it's all those deep discussions, deep into the night, that, the self-reflection, the self-healing, and, that's the stuff that it's all made from. I mean, my work, and I thought I was an educated woman. I was a doctor. I had a, private practice. And then actually it was someone that Claire, that said, Nene, you're an abused woman. And I was like, what are you talking about? How can that be? I'm educated. I'm smart. I'm like, I make money. It has nothing to do with any of that. And it took me a long time to understand that, because my idea was that, it was physical abuse that was abuse. I didn't understand the deep level of emotional abuse and psychological abuse. So that's where I think we really, in discussion, helped open our eyes to certain things that, where I was blind, you had vision. Where you were blind, I had vision. And so we were able to kind of coordinate that together. And, that's the beauty of the give and take of a friendship. I mean, we're talking about gratitude and friendship on the eve, of Thanksgiving. And I always think it's important to honor that and respect that. I mean, I have such great love and admiration for you. And, here we are doing this, our first project together.
It's a big deal for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, anyway, we it's time for us to wrap it up, but thank you so much for watching. And we'd really it's either the red tent for us or under the red tent. And you can find us on YouTube, on Facebook.
Well, YouTube, the channel is Under the Red Tent.
Okay.
Where Wise Women Speak.
Oh, I love that.
And then join our Facebook group, which is Red Tent number 4 Us. So join in that discussion. And if you like this chat, this is our first episode, our premiere episode. We'll be doing more. We'll be doing it weekly. We'll be bringing on more women and more guests. And hopefully the men will listen in also and gain some insight. And maybe at some point we'll bring some men on. We'll see. But let's keep it to us for an hour right now. We'll keep it to us. But if you enjoyed this, please is it YouTube? Like us, subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, like us.
Like us. Give us a thumbs up. Yeah. Give us a thumbs up on Facebook.
What's a thumbs up in this world of social media?
Join our community and join the whole conscious movement. of women coming out and women being empowered in strength and courage. You know, here we
And
are.
really supporting each other. That's what
Yeah.
it's all about for me.
It's all
We
support.
need each other, and none of us are going to agree fully on everything in life, but we can support and stand for each other in the most fundamental basic things, and just be there.
And just
As,
be there.
as the,
Yeah. And in this time where we've gone through years, the last years of disrespect and dishonor, I'm excited that it could be a platform for all of us, because we're not against anybody. We're just, we
we're
want to
not
be
against men,
for.
by the way. We're not a male bashing. This is not
No,
about male bashing.
we love men.
We love men, and we need men for lots
We
of
need
reasons,
them. And
right?
it's the balance of the yin and the yang.
Yeah. So this is not a platform or anything about male bashing, but it really is also about supporting women, for women, about women, all that good stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just going to say to you, happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everyone.
Thanksgiving, darling.
I love you.
Love you too. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. See you again.
See you again.